Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I was headed over to the bank to pick up my half dollars. I usually buy about 10 boxes of half dollars a week. Instead of taking the half dollars, I decided to just withdraw some money and go through the paper bills. So today I have $10,000 in hundreds. We're gonna go through these and look for anything that would make them worth more than face value. Things like errors and interesting serial numbers, star notes. We'll even go over to eBay just to show you guys some examples of what different bills are valued at. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get searching. Okay, so whenever you get some bills to look through, the first thing I look at is the serial numbers here. I'm looking for anything that might stand out, such as solid serial numbers, like the same number all the way across, or only two different numbers, which would be called a binary, like 011011 or 233322 or something, and even three numbers that are the same, that would be called a trinary. Another thing to look for is something like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Very rare, but if you're lucky enough to find one, you're looking at a lot of money right there. Another thing to look for is solid serial numbers, which would be like 5555555. Those are worth a ton of money as well. So it's just something to look for, and let's get searching here. So I'll be running time lapse for most of this. If you guys see something that I missed, make sure you leave it in the comments. By the time I read it, it'll be too late because I've already spent this money. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, this one's pretty interesting. 51122128. That's almost a trinary if it wasn't for that 8 there at the end. That would be just 5s, 1s, and 2s. But that 8 messes it up for us. Not interesting enough to keep. Another thing is, holding on to $100 bills isn't the easiest thing in the world because you're tying up a lot of money just for one bill. Like if you were going to sell it on eBay, you would have to wait. You know, if you did a 5-day auction, you would have to wait 5 days and that $100 would be tied up. But if you find something really good, it is definitely worth it to go ahead and hold on to it if you're going to sell it. Or just to hold on to it as a collector piece. This one here looks kind of interesting. 96868981. It's kind of just pleasing to the eye to look at, all those 6s and 8s and 9s and stuff, but it's still only worth $100. Just a interesting looking number. Oh wow, here we go. So this one has 4 zeros, 8597. That is really nice. So what that means is when you have 4 zeros in the beginning, or 5 zeros, or 6 zeros, or even 3 zeros, I would hold on to this at 3 zeros. Definitely going to hold on to this one. This is an early serial number is what that means. So we're going to hold on to that. There's a crease in the bottom of the bill right here though. Unfortunately, man, that devalues the bill quite a bit, I think. So we're still going to hold on to it. We'll take a look at the value in eBay a little bit later if we could find something similar. Alright, let's keep going here. Here's an interesting one right here, 800777781. Again, that's almost a trinary if it wasn't for that 1 right there. You would have only 8s, 0s, and 7s. It's just a neat looking number, still only worth $100. Nothing too special. Another thing to look for would be birth year and birth date serial numbers. As you can see here, this one's 1972, and then it has 7447. So if you were born in 1972 in the 74th month on the 47th day, which obviously doesn't exist, this could be valuable to someone. You know, imagine having your birthday on a $100 bill. You see them selling like that on eBay all the time. So if this was like a legitimate date, I would definitely hold on to that. Let's put this off to the side and I'll show you guys an example of the value of a birth year bill. Here's another one with a lower serial number. There's only 2 zeros, so this one I'm not going to hold on to. If it was 3 or more zeros, I would hold on to it, but this is only 2 zeros, not too uncommon. Okay, we're getting down to the last maybe 10 bills here. We found 2 that we were able to pick out so far. And we're going to check the value of some examples of interesting serial numbers on $100 bills. But right here is our first star note. So that's really interesting. I was hoping we would find one for the video. So a star note means that this bill was originally printed and it was an error, and they had to print another bill. And when they print another bill, they have to put a star on it. And that when you see that, you know that this was originally an error bill and that it had to be reprinted. I think that's the only reason they reprint it. Maybe if it was a damaged bill as well. But if anybody knows the exact reason behind the star note, if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments on that. We'll set this off to the side. I don't think this one's going to be worth anything more than face value just because it's a star note, but we'll take a look at some examples. Alright, we have about 5 bills left here. Nothing interesting there. Nothing here. 875-78259. Nothing there. And 6280-2077. Nothing there. Alright, well, so out of 100 $100 bills, we found 3 that may be a little more interesting than the others. Let's open up eBay and take a look at these a little bit closer, find out the values. Okay, we're on the eBay sold listings page. This is a great resource to find out what something's valued at. Pretty much anything that you can think of. You know, it's sold on eBay. All you do is you go down here, click on sold items, right there, that little check mark, and type in whatever you want up here in the search bar, and it'll show you what that item has sold for in the past. So like, first example here, we'll click on original listing and we'll scroll down. Here you can see this $100 bill with quadruple 2's serial number. It's not even that fancy really. It sold for $113. So the guy made $13.50 on this one. Shipping was $3.50. You know the shipping didn't cost $3.50. So he made a couple bucks on just that. So that's one of the examples. Here's a good example of a low serial number. So this one here, check out that serial number. It's got 6 zeros and then 30 at the end. That bill sold for $395 right there. That's really good. This bill here is a ladder, but it's a mixed ladder. So you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in there, all in mixed order. They're not worth that much. As you can see, it only sold for, you know, $1.50 over face value. So right here we have a low serial number with a star note on 100, and that is a really cool looking bill. And as you can see, it sold for about $107 over face value. So this low serial number bill here that I have, let's try to get a value on this $100 bill low serial. We'll see what we get. I'm gonna type in minus star. That way there's no star notes that show up. Okay, this one has 5 zeros and it sold for about 50 bucks over face value. Okay, here's one that has only 3 zeros and it sold for about $20 over face value. So somewhere between $20 and $50 I think I could probably get for this low serial number quadruple 0 bill that I have here. That's just a ballpark, but eBay gives you a good idea of what you could probably expect to start your auction at, you know. Okay, well, I can't find any birth year examples on eBay, but if you check eBay, just go down to the sold listings, type in $100 bill birth year, and when you're watching this video, you might be able to find one and see a good example. They usually sell somewhere between like $10 to maybe $50 to $100 over face value, so it's just something to look for. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. I put out a new video every 3 days. I hope you guys enjoyed this $10,000 $100 bill hunt. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.